Good day. I'm Rosalie Bayot, presenter. My topic for today is all about classical conditioning of Ivan Petrovich Pavlov, its implication to education. Theory of Classical Condition by Ivan Petrovich Pavlov, a Russian psychologist. Who was Ivan Pavlov? Ivan Pavlov was a Russian psychologist famous for his experiment on the digestive system of dogs, which led him to discover conditional reflexes. Classical conditioning, it was called by the name of classical because it was the first to be reported in the physiological report. He was the first to perform experiments to study how stimuli and responses associated. He conducted a number of experiments to study the connection between stimulus and responses. Theory of classical conditioning consider learning as habit formation. Basic elements of classical conditioning. So before conditioning, unconditioned stimulus. Something that automatically causes a response, naturalistic. Unconditioned response, automatic reaction to a response. Principles of classical conditioning. Principle of reinforcement. According to Pavlov, it was only the reinforcement that led to conditioning. In classical conditioning, use is food stated as a reinforce. Principle of the interval. There is an optimal time between the presentation of the CS and US. Conditioning is slower if pairing follows each other quickly or too far apart. Principle of extension. The strength of CR gradually decreases to no response at all if the CS is always repeated alone. If the sound of the bell is not followed by food, the dog stops to recreate saliva. Principle of spontaneous recovery. The reappearance of unextinguished behavior is called spontaneous recovery. Spontaneous recovery occurs when a response reappears without any retraining after having been extinguished. Principle of stimulus generalization. Reaction to similar stimuli is called stimulus generalization. Conditioned responses are elicited not only by the conditioned stimulus but also by similar stimuli. Principle of stimulus discrimination. It occurs when subjects learn to respond only to certain stimulus but not to other stimuli. This is done by regularly reinforcing stimulus and non-reinforcing the other. Principle of higher order conditioning. When conditioning is done to a new stimulus on the basis of a previously conditioned stimulus, it is designated as higher order conditioning. Principle of primary and secondary reinforcement. It is used to donate the stimulus connected with the organism's basic psychological need system, for example. In secondary reinforcement, stimulus regularly associated with primary reinforce acquire the power to strengthen behavior. Principle of inhibition. There are two types of inhibition and internal inhibition. External inhibition, once the dog was conditioned but it was found not to give conditioned response in the presence of stranger. Internal inhibition, physical health of the organism may block the response. Implication. The principle of classical conditioning can be used for developing good habits of children such as cleanliness and punctuality. It can be used for conditioning or breaking of anxiety, fear, and phobias. It can be used to develop positive attitude towards. The theory emphasizes the importance of reinforcement in learning. Thank you.